Hey, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Well, good morning. I do appreciate you being here. If you are here, if you're not here, then I appreciate you having been here in the past. I'm just preparing myself to play morning, a little bit of guitar this morning. My actual morning warm up for guitar growth. And what I'll do is I'll just place my overcoat here for a moment while I do this. I like to do this every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time. I like to do this with you, my friends. And if you show up, that's great. If you don't show up, I do this anyway because this is my morning ritual for guitar growth, and I invite you to join me. And as I've done this for a long time and have a, I don't know if this is actually live. I hope it's live. Maybe it's not. Let's check it out before we get kicking off. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. It looks like it's live. I think I saw a comment, and that will be helpful. I did see 2 comments. All right, perfect. So good morning. It looks like maybe Mark. I don't have my goggles on yet, but I think it looks like Mark. And my guess is you had a good weekend. And as you should. All right, it looks like we're in business. It does look like we're in business. Are you able to hear the metronome, Mark? Let me just go ahead and grab my other guitar here, okay? Bear with me just for one moment. And let's see what I have for picks over here. Do I have a pick over here? It's the weekend. It was a pretty busy, snowy weekend. It's snowy once again today. So we're in the middle of wondering a little bit about snow removal. And I know it's probably not all that interesting to you, but it's particularly interesting to me as we get moving along in the day. Here's another pick. Oh, 2 more picks. So I guess the picks belong in there, and I'll remember that. All right. Good deal. All right, we'll go through. I like to tune up previous to getting here in the morning, but this morning is, still kind of getting used to the 2026 rhythm. Last year we moved through. Oh, there's the other pick. I didn't even need to move that. Last year we moved through 2025 at 60 beats per minute, and this year we're moving through 2025 at 80 beats per minute. I want to do some math with you real quick. Like if you're going to hang out, good morning. I do see Mark here. Good morning. I see Mr. G's in the house. Jason, life is cold and hard, wet and dirty. If you can get next to that, it's not too bad. Love it, man. I love it. I love this group, small but mighty group. Kevin's on a brief couple of day break. He'll be back again tomorrow, so that's good to know. But let's take a quick look at what the metronome says. So we do 60 beats per minute, so that's 60 beats per minute. And then how many minutes are there in an hour? 60. So that's 3,600 clicks a day, and then we did 260 episodes last year, so that's 260. So that means we did 936,000 clicks together last year, or mostly together last year. So that's an interesting number, 936,000 clicks, and now we're into 80. So if you do follow, let's do another bit of quick math. I know it's just a 20% add-on, but let's do 80 times 60 minutes, and we have 4,800 times 260. That would be 1,248,000. So that's quite a change. So if we were to stick together for the entire year and work out at 80 beats per minute together, that would have meant that we spent 1,248,000 clicks together, right? So I don't know, is that significant? It's borderline significant, I think. I think we're getting to significance here. All right, so let's go ahead and start. I want to get through all this stuff today because I want to get working through the the major scale through the cycle 4 changes. And I'm rushing a little bit, so 1, 2, T, 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a T E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a T E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2. And we're building up different muscle tissues, so our goal might be to reach 4 attacks per beat, but our reality might state otherwise. You know, we might have 1 and 2 and T and 4 and 1 for a period of time, and then what we'd likely would do is start moving into the world of triplet figures to try to have a nice segue into the 4 attacks per beat. So that's going to happen this year. And you'll notice that we build with 1,248,000 repetitions. We build something that you cannot build otherwise. So just to put that in numeric format, when we repeat these, when we sit down with the metronome at 80 beats per minute every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. like we do here on this channel at Jason Carey Guitar, right here on YouTube, we get 1,248,000 clicks in us, and that changes us. It changes us. It programs us. We learn to partner with the metronome instead of feel as though the metronome is our Gestapo. And instead of our commander, the metronome is our partner. We understand why the metronome is rigid. We understand that we also can maintain our humanity in the midst of such rigidity. But we also learn to appreciate what the metronome and what that rigidity does for our lives. That rigidity brings fluidity, and it brings us continuity and other things that we wouldn't otherwise have access to. So sitting down and spending the time down with the guitar in the mornings, super important. And stretching while we're on the way through this morning ritual for guitar growth. Stretching is another really important piece of the puzzle here. And being ready and mentally prepared for all of these eventualities. But for now, what we're doing is we're using fingers 2 and 4, and we provide 1 fret stretch between what normally would be frets 8 and 10. Now it's 9 and 12. 3 fret spread instead of a 2 fret spread. Same thing we're going to do here with fingers 1 and 3, and join me. Join me now. 1 E and a 2. You know what to do. I don't know about you, but I've been writing songs. Now I've got a catalog that just is way backlogged. And at some point, I am going to really have to focus on just getting with the studio. And the last record I made, like the full album I made, I've released a few singles since then, but the last full album I released all at one fell swoop was the 2013 release, Rebirth. And so that's we're long overdue for a full album release. And I've been just re-listening to Mr. Ed Sheeran, and Ed Sheeran's music is the new record, that new album called Play with the pink cover and the play button is just it's an amazing work, just amazing work. The tones, the textures, timbres, the songwriting content is really cool. He's definitely moving along. And I got looking at, there are like 18 songs on the track, on a track listing. So let's go ahead and we'll stretch using 1 and 4 on frets 7 and 12. That way we get a really really good stretch going. 1, 2, 1 E and the D E and a 4. That's right. Let's try this, see if we can get it going. I don't know if this is just going to be in the way. It doesn't seem to let me move it where I need to move it. Let's see if this works. 1 E and a 2, 7 and 12. Your favorite genre of music right now. Mine is always sort of like jazz, blues, sort of like those improvisational genre, you know, where we can, because the improvisational musics require that we, you know, get up to a high level of performance potential in our own person. And I think those are really great things to observe. I feel a stretch that I need to stretch, so let's go ahead and do that. I'll come through some of these comments which I've missed, and your metronome volume is perfect. All right, that's good to know. Thank you, Mark. I missed that before. Morning, Lex. Morning, Lex. Don't forget to add the 1 day a week that you do 1 hour instead of half hour, which in my opinion should be Mondays. Oh, okay. All right. Fusion Jazz, Jumanji, good morning. Improv is a wild ride. It can be, and if you're like Tommy Flanagan on, you know, doing the Giant Steps recording, it could be also a terrifying ride, right? It can be a terrifying ride. But I think the preparedness is an important part of any successful journey, you know, whether you have a go bag prepared and you've dialed it in, or you're just going, traveling light, carrying cash, whatever your methodology is. I think having that improvisation gives us, you know, a window into our own selves, our own capabilities, and our own awareness, our own potential. So fingers 2 and 3 and 4. So you think we should front load the week with an hour on Mondays? Unfortunately, I won't be able to do an hour today because we're getting buried in the snow, and I'll have to move along today, but I'll keep that in mind. And I do appreciate you following up with that, Mark. And because you followed up with it first, I think I'm inclined to go with your recommendation. So Monday will be the day unless I hear otherwise. All right, so we're back on the road again. And why are we doing this? Why is it that we're doing this? You could easily just do this on your own. And you should be, you know, I mean, I'm not going to say what you should and shouldn't be doing on your own time, but I can tell you when you're here, it's a great idea to smash the like button, double tap the screen or whatever on your viewport. And you can also just give us a couple of those hearts. Those are cool. Those are cool. Or the party buttons, you know, those are pretty cool. Or the 100% buttons, those are fun. Well, I was joking, but that's nice because Monday is the only day I can honestly make it for this pulse. Okay. So I see where Mondays would be a good little powwow sort of coming off the weekend. It gives us a little bit extra, gives us that little bit of a push to get through the week, get started, get kicked off. So that makes sense. I can justify that. And then Fridays, you know, usually we're all checked out by noontime on Friday anyway. And usually Friday is sort of a short day proportionate to the week and celebration of the arrival of weekend. So why don't we go ahead and think hard about Monday. We won't start today, but we'll look to start next week. So keep mentioning that over the week for me so I can mentally prepare to get that Monday gig ready, okay? So, all right, fingers 1 and 2 and 4. So 1, 2, you know what to do. Classical and rock. You know, Lex, I haven't been able to get that Close My Eyes Forever, the duet with Lita Ford and Ozzy Osbourne. I haven't been able to get that song. I haven't been able to wipe it from my mind. I think I might have to go in for some shock treatment or something. I don't know, but that song is just still right at the forefront, and I'm not sure why it's there, but I think I'm going to have to I'll have to end up doing like a YouTube tutorial about it because it's just sitting right there. And to Close My Eyes Forever, like the tone, the textures, the delivery, the whole thing is just an amazing production. And of course, my favorite part would be, other than Ozzy's voice, is the boss guitar solos that she rips in that tune. 1, 2, 1, 3, and 4, and here we go. Wow. K-Zax. I'm just going to call you K-Zax, unless do you have somewhere, is there something else I could be calling you? So I don't know, maybe K-Zax fine with you? Great riffs, yeah. Cooper. Am I 50? Am I 50 what? 50? 50? I'm all in, man, if that's what you mean. Cooper, good morning. I said Marty, but the Mr. Haas will be back. Should be back tomorrow, and he's been working on another program. Well, he's taking a couple of days for himself, personal days, but we definitely want to send him our thoughts. That's what we want to do at this moment. So if we could just take a moment to do that, that'd be great. Well, 1 E and a 2, you know what to do. Fingers 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Oh, so yeah, okay, maybe he was making reference to a possible age, maybe? Are you making reference to Cooper? Are you still here? Or did you just come in and drop that and get out? Coplot and Caterpillar. Good morning, what's going on? Just working on the just maybe the finger roll a little bit now. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, did you guys notice that I can mention this now? Bourgeois Guitar announced that they have a partnership with Luke Bryant. They announced that last week, so I guess I can talk about that now. I'm 34, but I look 18. Well, that's cool, man. That's good. That's quite an accomplishment. Let's go ahead and do fingers 1, 2, and 3 and stretch 4. We'll go ahead and do that. I'm glad to have you here, Cooper. Are you a guitar player? Are you a guitar practitioner? Because if you are a guitar practitioner, you might want to consider having a guitar in your hand when we show up and do this together in the mornings. I'm here every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. So you can come and hang out, and I can be a thorn in your side. And we can warm up together. Yeah, we can. We can do it. We can do it. I've done this before. Yeah, last year I had what did we figure? It was 936,000 clicks we did together last year. Did I see Marco come on board? What I used to do all night takes me all night to do. You, by coincidence, down under. Hey, good morning, down under. Down under. I'm 34, but look through. Okay. I'm learning guitar and piano. Good things to learn. The mother instrument. Favorite music equals current. TXT by TNT. I'll have to check that out. Snapshot sniper. Hey, we got a shutterbug in the house here. 1E ended 2, TE ended 4. We're going to kick that first finger back. We've been doing this. We started with 2 fingers. We went to, all of the 2-finger permutations. Now we went to 3-finger permutations. We did all of those. We did 4. Now we stretched the 4. Now we've got to stretch the 1. So grab your guitar. This is good for us. We did 936,000 clicks together last year. We're going to do 1.24 million today, this year, right? 2025. So let's do it. And it's life-changing stuff. This is literally life-changing stuff. 1E into 2, you know what to do. But you got to stick, like anything else, especially if you're like a shutterbug, you got to have 10,000 photos before you even really feel like you realize you have 10,000 photos before you realize you suck, that you're really not that good. And then after 10,000 you start to figure out something, you know what I mean? So this is similar to that effect. We have to play a lot of notes, we have to play a lot of repetitions before we can start to feel competent and confident and provide joy to ourselves and others whilst involved in this beautiful craft called guitar practice. So welcome to the club. It's a free club. This is going to remain free for this year. You can go back if you like and look back. There's an incredible portfolio of 260 videos from last year, and you can go back and look at that if you'd like for the morning ritual for guitar growth. That was season 1. This is season 2. So you can go ahead and check that out. Yes, you can. I know you can do it. And so we've done the kickstand exercise. We're moving right along. And so now what we're going to do is 1E into 2E into TE into the diagonal pattern. And then, as you know, this leads us, this is like the gateway exercise into the world of sweep technique, right? Good quality, clean sweep technique. But for now, what we'll do is just use the 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you're here and it's too much for you, you're more than welcome to just do 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and T and 4, or 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 2 attacks per beat is just fine. It's totally fine. If that's too fast for you at this moment, it won't be forever. But you can just play along and get these things familiar. If you can't keep up with the click, it's okay to kind of keep that tongue out and then just try to reach perfection. Right, that's what you're going to do. And all I'm doing is modeling what I should be doing and what you could be doing. And what's going to happen is you'll find that this becomes yours over a period of time, and then you become a mad guitar practitioner yourself with loads of students. I've taught loads, hundreds of thousands of students. I've started conservatories of music, done all at my statue in front of a university of music, and then I've done a lot of these little things. But what it all amounts to is I show up early and I stay later and I work harder and I try to work smarter and I just do the work. It's literally that simple. If you can train me to do it, I know you can train you to do it. I mean, I know, literally it's that simple. It doesn't get any more simple than that. I know if I can do it, if you want to do it, you got to want to do it. If you want to do it, I know you can do it. Right. I know it's possible. We might run a little bit over this morning, I'm not sure. but you'll stick around, you'll find out. All right, so we've got Snapshot, Sniper, Mad Skills. Thank you kindly, friend. Cup Lot Tattoo, you got Down Under in spades, you hear it. Others live and argue by, oh, live and argue by, okay. Got it, as soon as that's on, oh yeah, jazz signal equals jazz equals duh. This is good, this is good. So this is some new stuff I haven't heard yet, so I appreciate you sharing this stuff. Yeah, I do. So let's go, I want to get through one cycle of this major sequence. If you don't have the major sequence, you can, and you want it, you can email me right now today, quick, while it's fresh in your mind. You can order it for free. I'll email it directly to you. It's grow, G-R-O-W, at jasoncareyguitar.com. So you can get it if you want the tablature for this exercise, which is supremely useful and supremely essential. You can easily have this for free. This should be something that everybody has for free. Although I didn't receive it until I was paying college tuition, but anyway, whatever. If you would like to have this deep insight into tonality, major scale, minor scale, it's Dorian, Phrygian, Mixolydian, Locrian, you know, all of the Aeolian, it's all of those scales wrapped into one. Because you know as well as I do that the major scale is 7 different modes at once. It's kind of an old school sort of, you know, approach to the guitar, but it's all 7, you know, there are 7 different shapes that are designed to be guitaristic in shape and nature and fingering pattern, you know. So we're on A flat major. Jumanji, yeah, Jumanji. My favorite country, yeah, country music, me too, yeah. I love Luke Bryan, like Luke Bryan is just amazing, like. love running the dogs and the Georgia Pines. You know, I love all of those things. They just feel so good. I mean, they're so fun to play. But what I would think about, I'm going to close this out with just talking a quick bit about tone. I don't know if you're still here, Zumanji, or not, but tone, I think, is a lot to do with the pick. So the pick sequence. The tone is going to come, I think, through pick shaping. So you can hold the pick like with that little Y in your finger, and then that comes off of the front, you know, like perpendicular to this knuckle. That's basically where the pick comes. Place the pick on the top, thumb on the pick, and then you can kind of loosen up your hand. I like to use, a lot of us use this technique where you have the pick kind of rolls over the top of the finger like this. And you can see how that works mechanically, where the thumb is the driver of the forward and the reverse suture. So you can think about it as, you know, you're swimming through the, you know, you've got your hand, the window's down, you're going the speed limit, but you can kind of like control where your arm's going based on, you know, that warm summer air. You've got your arms kind of riding that wave, and then you eventually end up bringing your arm in the window because you hit a dragonfly or something and it smarts. But you have that sort of control with the pick where we're sort of swimming through the guitar strings, right? It gets stuck in my head and I get audio hallucination. Oh, yeah, I understand that. Now, another thing that Mr. Pat Martino and Pat Metheny talk about the same thing is playing a melodic tone. If you want consistency of tone, this is a very large subject, but you could, so you can play the same melody, that melody on the same string instead of distributing it over multiple strings, because that one note here that we have, that E note, sounds different on the open high E string than it does fret 5 on the G or B and then fret 7 on the G. All of these sound the same pitch, right, if the guitar is in tune, but they have different tonal prints, tonal texture. So you look happy picking. I do. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm very happy to be picking the guitar. It's totally worthwhile now more than it ever has been. And if you're listening to like the new Megadeth, there's a lot going on there that's really happening, you know. But I think creating, you know, sticking around, Zumanji, I would invite you to join every morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time as much as you can, because we'll continue to talk about this. I'm here this year at 80 beats per minute. We plan on being here all year. I'm in here every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. So if you haven't already done so, you can like and subscribe and share this with your friends who might also enjoy this and have time to do this at this moment. All of these live chats do go under the live tab, so they're available video on demand to view on demand, and I do keep all of these live chats intact, you know, with the exception of like you can see what I'm going to do to your mom right now. See what I mean? I'll just get rid of that stuff because I don't really need that stuff sticking around in live chat forever. It's funny to read it, but this is a learning channel. It's not a, it's not a let's get trolled by amateurs, channel, because you're looking at one of the greatest internet trolls to ever live, right, in another life. And so we know what to do with you. So I hope you all have fun. It's all in good humor. You know what I mean? It is a learning environment, and we do hope to see you again tomorrow. There's so much to talk about when we talk about pick technique, and I'm so glad that you're bringing it up and you're raising that point, because this is exactly why I do what I do every weekday morning and keep it ritualistic. And it's so that I can monitor the progress. And this is a very specific reason why I'm recording all of these. And I do have a video coming because we spent 936 clicks together, and we deserve to know what it is we gained from that. So we're currently in the middle of production on that video, of accumulating all of that knowledge from 2025. So it's a great time to be here in tune with Jason Carey guitar, only because we've just done all of that longitudinal data, and we're currently in the middle of mining it and studying it and then packaging it so that we can share with you what we actually got. What do we receive out of sitting with a guitar for 260 hours over the span of 1 year? That's the equivalent of, at 60 beats per minute, 936,000 clicks. So let that sink in over the course of today. Let that sink in, and just try to absorb what that might do for developing muscle tissue that didn't really know how to play the guitar. What did that do after 936,000 clicks? That repetition, if you want to be on a row team, if you want to be on a cycling team, if you want to be the main cyclist in the Tour de France, ask Lance Armstrong how many repetitions he did and how familiar he is with feeling whether his crank set is properly torqued or if it's not properly torqued. He can tell you. He can tell you all of those granular levels of detail that most of us don't even know about, right? So these are the kinds of things we have coming forward this year. But I really appreciate you being here. I can't thank you enough. If you're here and you're staying here, I know that you also appreciate the guitar at a higher level than many. And we're here basically saying good morning to the guitar, or whatever time of day it is for you. We're here doing that all year, and I will look forward to seeing you again very soon. I'll be here tomorrow. Happy picking, Mark, and we'll see you. We'll consider next Monday will be our 1 hour extended session. Other than that, we're in and out. We're going to train ourselves to be in and out. We're starting on time at 7:30 a.m. and then 7:30 a.m. and then we move and to adjourn at 8 o'clock a.m. every weekday morning. So I'm going to just go ahead and come back by and scrape through some comments just to be sure that we're not leaving anything up that shouldn't be up. You're right, plectrum needs to be held right. That's correct, man. That's absolutely correct. Electric guitar, you look happy, I'm happy. Frontier psychiatrist, avalanches. Record of Y2K, you're doing it now. Okay, let me take a screenshot of that. I'm going to need to go ahead and listen to that. I love to hear new stuff, you know. You know how it goes, getting kind of like bored staring at the wall watching paint dry. I appreciate this time. I tune in whenever I can. All right, Juma, I remember you being here before, and I definitely appreciate you being here again, and we'll look forward to seeing you. So, number one, record of 2000. Come on. All right. Ned Tunes rock. All right. Sorry I was late listening to Peter Green. Need your love so bad. All right. Fair enough. M Fish. Good morning. Experiment with different pickups, tone. Maybe your tone capacitor shot, full volume at guitar amp, not both for different, okay, gotcha. Trolls, yeah, love it. That boy needs therapy. Happy picking out, not you. I think there was somebody else earlier on, but all right. Happy picking, everybody. Thank you. Have a great day. Yeah, I know this is painful to watch, but I just want to get through all of this. So I have to do an oil change in 20-degree weather. Oh, I said that same thing this morning about moving to Florida. I did say that. It came out of my mouth. I said that to my wife, I have to admit. But it is a pretty place that we live in, which we live, because it does challenge our physical person. And of course, we live for that challenge. We live for that challenge every day. We are strong inside, and we will persevere. So until we meet again tomorrow morning at 7:30, I know I keep you over, and I didn't mean to do that, but I hope you have a super day. Happy picking.